Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to OPN's Dev Talks, where we get a chance to sit down with the developers and get a chance to see gaming from their eyes. And for all our newcomers today, we are Overpowered Noobs. We work to provide a platform for gamers and industry professionals to open dialogues about important topics in PC gaming. Check us out at OPNoobs.com. Today, joining us from Skyjaz Games, all the way in Brazil, is Jacil and Stefano to talk about their new game, Pesadelo Regression, a game where you're trapped in a nightmare while trying to make sense of it all. I'm joined today by Caitlin and myself, Shane. So without further ado, let's get started. Thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate you guys taking the opportunity to give us some time and talk about your new upcoming game. Well, actually, it's already been released, but the game has already been met with extreme amounts of positive reviews. And I guess let's get started. So tell us a little about yourself, Jacil and Stefano.
Hi, guys. It's a pleasure for us to speak with you, and we're very, very happy and glad to do all the people watching us. I'm Stefano, and I work with the sound design and sound effects of the game, art direction, story, and the development of the game. And Jaziel, do you want to talk?
I am Jaziel, and I am programmer and level designer and game designer. And this is it.
Well, we are a very small and indie studio of game development in Brazil. And we work on Pesadelo with only three guys, me, Jaziel, and Jeff. Jeff working with 3Ds and animation and texturizing of the elements of the game and characters. It's a lot of work for three, but this is the truth.
Okay, guys, how did you guys meet? Like, how did you guys come together and say, all right, this is what we're doing. Let's take on this task of making video games.
How we meet?
Yeah, like how did you guys end up meeting each other?
Okay. Well, actually, I'm a graphic designer and work in agents advertising with Jaziel in another agencies in São Paulo, and we work in a lot of projects, digital projects for Facebook and a great clients in here in Brazil and exterior too. But we do some games together, advertising games, and so we saw maybe we can do games, real games for people, for entertainment. And I think we start with the game Pesadelo and Labyrinth Stars, with the games for iPads and mobile, just released, and I helped him with the soundtrack and art direction, and we had the idea maybe we can do a studio, and here we are.
Yeah, here you guys are. I just want to start saying your game was good. It was very suspenseful. You don't really know what's going to happen in your game. So how about you go ahead and tell everybody about your game? Like, how does the game take place? It is a sequel, from my understanding, that you guys did have a previous game. So, and this game takes place, I take it, right at the end of the first game, right?
And this game starts after.
When you finalize the first Pesadelo, the Pesadelo início, the beginning, we just started the Pesadelo, the regression, the nightmare, the regression. But we don't know to have to play the Pesadelo, the beginning for playing the second game, the regression. But if you play it, it's better to understand what happened, because Alex wake up in a room and they think I think I'm wake up, I'm out of the nightmare, but this during happens. He walked through the door and opened and are in a cemetery.
Yeah. I think Caitlin has a couple of questions.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier that the first game was quite popular with people. Do you plan on ever doing a Steam release for the first game to bring it to all the new people, your new audience?
Quer falar? No?
Do you plan to re-release your previous game?
If I understand correct, the first game it have a big numbers of downloads and very famous with PewDiePie and Markiplier in the US. And the players in Brazil, you have two great YouTubers that play in the game with millions of subscribers. But we think the people get games free. The first Pesadelo is free for download. You don't pay to download it. Until today, you can download the Pesadelo, the beginning, now for free. And I think it's the difference audience for the... Once you are in a Steam, you have to pay to download the game. We have a massive audience for the first, but I think it is not the same audience for the second game.
Are you finding it harder to sell?
Yes, it's not just too easy to reach the same people, and I think it is younger gamers. They don't want to pay to. It's because it's you have the game is an indie game, so the people make judgments about the should I pay in an indie game for free is a thing, but paying is very different, and we feel this when released the Pesadelo, the regression, the nightmare, the regression.
So my question is, so what games have you played that really inspired you to make this game? Like games like Resident Evil or Silent Hill. Did you play any game that was like, this is the game that really brought me to this?
Resident Evil is a very inspiration for this game. You need to mix herbs, like Resident Evil. You need to save your progress in a
clipboard. Clipboard.
Like ink in Resident Evil, and Silent Hill and Dead Space too, because of the intensive atmosphere.
We like the games. These games, like just said, because we like the mechanical of the things. How to save? You need to encounter ink for saving, and in our case, you need to find papers to save this in clipboards, and so you need to think: should I go to next door or save the progress before I go? Yeah. I think this is very horrorizing, terroristic. You need to think what you do in a game. There are consequences about this, and you want to bring the mechanicals of the old style games.
And it's interesting you say that, because when I was playing the game, I got a very old feel to it. Primarily is that, I know you said you like Resident Evil, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's kind of went more towards an action feel, whereas the old ones were more like very slow. And in this game, I was dying until I decided to slow down and listen to audio cues. I had to listen for the enemies and pay attention. Like there was no rushing and running. So I guess my biggest question is how important was it for you guys to make that understanding that we want to make a game where you have to listen and pay attention? Like, how did you come up with that process?
Well, we think this is the most principal things to do the game with this climate, like you said, because you just the gamers actually today he wants to play like you said, just running away from the enemies, and I'll enter in this house and okay, I'm safe and I have guns. In a horror game, we don't have something like this, and we want to put this acclimatized of the sound, the noise. We think this is in the movies of terror movies. We have something like this, and they want to put this in a game, just synesthetic experience. We want to pass this, and I think we can reach this. We get this. I think a little.
No, I think you guys did a fantastic job. One of the things. Oh, Caitlin had a couple of questions.
I actually loved the atmosphere that you brought us, that I have to be careful, I have to watch, I have to think about what I'm doing and manage my resources. But the monsters themselves, even though the game is so nostalgic and old for us, they're your stories, Brazilian folklore. None of us know anything about it. How much research did you have to do into different stories that you brought? I'm in the second area, so.
Okay, you are in I think in English, the eucalyptus, the name of the forest we have in a game. It's the second level. Then there you.
Yeah, you guys are drawing on folklore and stories.
Yes.
How much research did you do?
Yes, this is one of the things we want to export for Brazil, and just not the football and Rio de Janeiro and samba. We are urban legends in Brazil, and you have a famous and rich folklore in Brazil. They want to put this in the game. It's not for free. And Alex is a Brazilian guy. So when he starts the regression in the game and enter deeper and deeper on a nightmare, he encounters the folklore he listened about grandfathers and your grandmother talking about. So we have this in Brazil with the eucalyptus, with the mula sem cabeça is the horse without head and fires firing for the heads, and we have another character is Curupira. Curupira in Portuguese, we don't have a name in English, but he's like a, how can I say, mandragora, I don't know, but he a little trick when I just got my supply and he stolen from me. And Curupira, he's a protector of the forests in Brazil, Amazonia, and we put this guy in the game because Alex have this in his memory. So we want to put this in the game for people like you. You understand? For example, we play Slender, and this is not a folk or history we know, but we play, and then we play, and we be scared with the Slender, with the big arms and big hands. So I think the people like to play some Brazilian experience of folklore and story we have it here.
And talking about your game, one of the first puzzles I want to say that you came across was the locker code. That was very challenging, I want to say. To like, at first, I was just kind of sneaking around. I didn't realize I had to examine each and everything. So how did you guys come up with that locker code? Like, whose idea was that to make it for the gamers like that? Like, who came up with that? Because I'm sure it was fun.
No, it's very. It's fun to listen to something like. Okay. We do the levels and we think how the people develop the levels, the difficult. This is for these first puzzles. It was like a tutorial for the players, but actually they became very difficult for the people. And we need to change the.
Walk slowly.
Really release the beta test for the people. And this is very difficult. So we can, minus and harder, less harder, and we do this. for the first, you just open the tombs, the grave with. You need to get paper. Then you open 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
But we changed this. You can open when you start writing in a cemetery. This is our idea, and when you put together the codes, you make to move to.
You get the equation to solve
Yes,
the
yes.
locker code.
But
It
I
was-
think we understand the Jesus. I'm taking out of the game now to make some.
Yes.
We think this is fun, like we said, for the old style games. So something we live in another games for other consoles, and it's I think I don't know how difficult it is for the people, but we don't have so much people don't. Okay.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you guys definitely took a traditional approach to video games. Back a long time ago, games were more taught by your friend. There wasn't player guides. There wasn't YouTube to see how to beat something. So you guys are in this game, you kind of just throw us out there and you're like, good luck, like trying to figure it out. And one of the things I was very impressed about, and I'm happy that you did it. It shows that you guys care about the game, is that when it looks like you can say, I'm going to sneak behind this tomb, but there's a plant there. So there's no easy way to hide. There's always some type of consequence or risk that you have to take in your game, which I thought was really good. So whose idea was to hide the plants in the bush? I'm sure you guys like that, like hiding random plants, getting attacked out of nowhere.
Well, we're testing the game when we are on the develop, and always hiding in the tombs, like you said, or behind the trees and bushes. And we talking here with Jeff and Jaziel, and maybe we can put some old like in a Looney Tunes plant. So. And we put this a lot of people piss off of this plant in the game, that we have those complain and say, oh Jesus, this fucking plant, this is very boring. But even those plants, it always get crouched in the bushes and let the enemies pass through. So we think it's not so funny. So we put the little plants, carnivorous plants.
Those plants are like the bane of my existence when I play that game. They're always in the wrong spots when I need to hide. So it's funny. It's good because it forces me to take a chance and try to walk past an enemy. But I think Caitlin has a question for you guys.
I agree right here with Shane. I love that you kept the open level design and just put stuff there so that we can't take advantage of that. It was brilliant, and there are no invisible walls. So I just wanted to weigh in on that.
Yes.
These plants and those elements in level design, in the preview game, many of people putting is above tables. To
desks. Desks in the school.
To run off a loira, né?
Yes.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody
In
Mary.
the first game, Pesadelo, início. And in the second game, the idea is to.
In the first game, the players we've played, they dribbling they trap the enemies. They walking on the desks, and just when we saw in the gameplay, like, Jesus, they didn't do this. So in this Pesadelo, the regression, there are no limitations. Like I said, no colliders. No, you can run, but the enemies also run in this scenario.
and follow you for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, follow you. I've only successfully ran away from one enemy one time, and that's when I used up all my sprint, and I finally got away from them. But if I don't get a full run, they always catch me.
Yeah.
You made the enemies difficult, and I must say, one of the things I like about your enemies is the eyes. I like the lights or the glowing effects on the eyes. They're white when they don't see you, and when they see you, they're red, and you just see them chasing you down. Did you guys where did you get the idea to do that, to make the red eyes and to make that? Because you guys really took pride in your lighting effects. There was a lot of nice lighting effects in your game. Very good. So I take it like special effects was important to you. So tell me a little bit, how was that process? Like, how long did it take you to come up with the different lights and the effects for your game?
Do you want to add some?
No, I was just saying that yeah.
I don't like just.
Oh, you know, Caitlin? Yeah, if Caitlin wanted to add something, she's more than welcome to.
Okay. No, actually,
Oh, I just wanted to say that as an asthmatic, I definitely appreciate that you made the sprint effect make the whole screen go blurry, because that's what happens when I run. I tell you, I can't breathe. So the fact that the main character is human and can't breathe when they run, it's great.
Okay, the stamina, né? The bar of stamina. Yes. And we put this because if you don't put this, the players just run away of the whole level, and this is not so fun. Not for this kind of game. About a lighting effect, we want to put this very clear for the players, the feedback of what happens. Alex doesn't have weapons and skills. Like you said, is a human guy with all the limitations of the human, and so we want this feedback. Like we have beyond the lighting effects, we have the icons on the screen when you catch something, when you put something in a box. So you look and you have a icon, and then the heaven and a bold punishment. I don't. We want to put this in a game for the players have the feedback. This is very important for us. In the sounds when you mix something on an inventory, and you mix the water with the herb, and you listen to sound effects I really do this.
I think it's good. Yeah, like that's why I was trying to say your audio, the sound effects, the game. If you slow your pace down, you'll get a little bit further in the game. And one of the things I ran into is I would see an enemy, he would walk away, and I would run into like a little home, like a little tiny thing. I shut the door. I'm like, yes, he can't see me. And then I do my thing, and then I think about it. I say, oh crap, I don't know where he's at now. And now I don't want to open the door.
Oh, yes. And you listen to the sound around. Yes, you don't know. I don't know if this is the center or left or right. In the beginning, the first versions, we in the cemetery we put in Portuguese we call the garra necrosada, because they have the crowns and it's like a como é que chamaram de aquele bicho? Isso que chamaram do apelido? Groove. It's like a spirit from the cemetery and lives from the dead bodies, and in the first version we don't have the light eye, the red eye with the solue, so it's very difficult. I'm told to just the enemies is very intelligent, but the Alex is not so smart. We need something to show. Yes, I saw you. So when you saw the red eye, Jesus, he saw me, and I need to run or hiding in a bush and on a house.
With that being said, like people getting scared, you see famous YouTubers like PewDiePie play your game. How does that make you feel when you're watching that?
This make a
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because in the first Pesadelo, the things will can graduate and famous. Start with the little YouTubers, some YouTubers from Brazil, and suddenly we had Markiplier and PewDiePie playing PewDiePie playing our game, and five videos. Jesus Christ! The first have 7 million views. It's we very proud about this and very happy to solve this. And they had fun. This is more important for us. Is PewDiePie playing and having fun when you play Markiplier. They had scares and jump scares. Oh Jesus! This is the fucking game, the worst game ever I play. This is very. I think this is very good for us. We very glad happy to solve something like this. And in this Pesadelo, we already have some guys, bigger YouTubers to play, but we don't have so much jump scares in this game. So we need to enter in a acclimated to play. No jump scare, just one other.
Well, it's a very stressful game because you have that traditional save system where you have to find a sheet of paper and save. So, talking about the save system, how did you guys play with that? Like, when did you know to add too many sheets of paper, or because you guys kind of make the sheets of paper kind of like hard to find? They're not as easy. Sometimes they're right next to the clipboard, but if you save too much, then you're kind of out of luck there. You won't have any more paper. So what kind of drove you guys to get to that point of how much paper to put on the map?
Well, when we do testing the game, if we just 3 of us testing the game, and we said to Jazz, this is very difficult because I need to catch a lot of documents and in the middle of the mission, in the third or second, and I die, and just because, just begin everything. It's boring. Maybe sometimes it's like a frustration experience, and then this is not good for games. So this is a kind of judgment we do to put the more papers and hide some papers and just players just walking and want to explore the level. He find another papers and maybe he just I save now, or no, I save the papers for try a little more.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Beta tests was very important for this too, because the players talk to us in for. It's very difficult. I don't have papers. I don't need any paper to save. So this is very difficult. So we changed. We made some changes. In a cave, when you go to the cave, we put a desk with papers and an enter and the exit of the level, because it was very difficult. It's like a testing. You play testing and have the feedback. So this is boring, frustrating. I don't know. It's too easy. We need to get out retire the papers because we have to.
And regarding that, when you guys play the game, do you guys even get scared of your game anymore, or do you guys are you guys like champions? You just rush through it.
No. we play because we have the ideas, the development of the creation, brainstorm, and Jeff is playing with is working with the 3D animations. We didn't see what Jazz really do with the level design, so Jazz just call and, hey, come on in the testing in this level. Jesus, let's go. Let's do this. Let's put the phones and just try to walk. And Jesus, what do we don't have any paper. No. Okay. We don't have no treats. Just walking. It's very tension and it's very horror. it's very difficult for me. I'm testing a lot of Pesadelo, it's not easy for me to test. And even I do the sounds and the stuff, it's very difficult. It's very fun to do something like this because you think, oh, I already know what happens, but you don't know. Actually, you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Caitlin.
Speaking of the sounds, one thing we have not talked about yet is the fact that this is a fully voice acted indie game.
Oh yeah.
That your first Steam title, your second, horror game like this, and you completely voice acted it. That's crazy, and it's high quality. Even though it's just subtitles for us, we can still hear it. Who did those voices?
Oh,
Alex.
Yeah.
I do the voice of Alex because I do the Alex voice in the first game. But in the first game, you just have a one shot of audio. In the beginning, you have a description of what happens in the game, and Alex said, eu não consegui dormir. You have the dialogues. In a second, just we need to maintain the Stefano and Alex, and we hired the actors and to do the other voices for the priest, the Blood Mary, and the graveyard. Grave Digger, yes, sorry. And it's very fun. Obviously, we know the limitations and some problems in the game, but it's very fun. It's very proud for us to captain and put some dialogues in Portuguese. We don't have this in the games actually. So about the soundtrack that you talked to and noise and effects and sound effects, we captured and we recorded this in real environment. We really go to the eucalyptus, the forest to record the horses and the night noise of the forest.
Wow, so it's not just sound bites; they're real audio.
Samples. Obviously, we had some samples or the default samples we have in every game, like footsteps. But even footstep we recorded with when you're in the water or in the grass, earth, and it's a pleasure for us because all of us is musicians too and work with the soundtracks and the development of the sound. So it's very good to us to do this.
One of the things that I noticed in the game is very dark. So in order to explore, you got to use the flashlight, but the flashlight runs out of batteries. So how did you guys come to that distinction of like I'm sure you guys toyed with the idea of not having battery powered, but you guys ultimately went up with batteries. You thought that made the game harder, I take it.
Yeah, it's just exactly. And some realistic things for the game. We want to put this because I always talk with Jazz about this. Some games you play the level and you saw the door, but you can open the door, but you can broken the boxes of wood, but you can broken the door. Why we can do it if I do this? So if we had the flashlight, maybe the players need to think, but we have two charts and
Yes.
It's better not spend all the lights in this level because we will need the batteries for another level. And you don't know if you find another batteries in the game. I think this is the challenge in the game for the experience.
It is because it's hard to explore without it, but then you don't want to waste it at the same time. And I like I was saying earlier, where you have to explore the level to figure it out, which is like the opposite of what horror games are now, which is avoid the monster or just fight the monster dead on. In this game, it's like, oh man, I got to sit here and wait. One of the mobs that creeped me out the most was that giant one at the kind of near the beginning, the one that kind of walks around.
With the accent.
Yeah, you hear his footsteps walking back and forth. So that guy was really interesting to deal with. And I thought overall it was a lot of fun. Now, one thing I did keep doing was I kept lighting all the candle lights. Do you see other players doing that? Like I take the match and I light the candle light. I don't know why. I just kept lighting them.
This is a technical problem because in the beginning you poderia
Should.
should light some candle in around in scenario because this is the first idea, but we removed that thing because there's a problem in the light in the engine in the real. They are real. When you have many lights, you have a problem with FPS, and this is a little problem because
very heavier. The level is very heavier when the turn the lights on with a lot of lights shining. In the first we play and I saw to just not testing of Jesus, things become slow and the FPS is a little retarded, and so he explained that to me. We need to remove this feature of the game. So this is we become the thing is just for fun. You can lighten.
Well, I was lighting them because I was just scared. I was just trying to get as much light as possible. Like I see something, I have to light it. I was like, I don't want to be in darkness. I want to save my flashlight. So that's kind of how I was going about it. And but I will say
the flare is very short too. So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's short. I just couldn't help it. I had matches, and I was like, there's lights here. I want to light them. I want to feel safe. I guess that's the most important thing about your game. You never feel safe.
Yeah.
You're hiding, even with the lights, you never feel safe. And I had a question, and I guess I was just too chicken to try. But if you shine a flashlight at the monster, does he see you?
Yeah.
If you turn off your flashlight, the monster see you if you in
front
there from them because
but if you put the light in behind on the back, not but they listen to you if they close and you turn on the flashlight and that make that noise.
Oh,
the
monsters,
yeah, they hear you and
yeah.
Sometimes in your crush and like turn off. Jesus, you didn't, because they turn back and thank you.
And we talk about your family and friends. I'm sure they guys supported you while making this game. How was that? I'm sure they were very excited when you guys were finished. How was their reaction to the game?
My wife is very happy.
Actually, our family always supported us with this idea, but I think they don't play the game. my father's trying to play, but this is very difficult for me and very dark, and I don't want to play. So one day you show me how this works, and I need to go to house of my house fathers to play for the people, like a showcase.
But I'm sure it was great though when you guys finished and you were able to pass out keys to people, and I'm sure that was a really rewarding experience for you guys.
Yes, we make some giveaways on this team too for the people. Know that a lot of groups and forums ask to us, and and we think this is a great thing to do. So I think we shared 50, 50, 100 keys for the giveaways and
Nice.
specific groups for the. I think this is it's good for the game, né? Because
It is.
it's an indie game. Some people not reach this. So we distributed, but just a little because
Yeah.
we work
Well,
a
I
lot
think-
on this.
Go ahead, Caitlin.
This might be an odd question because I know you guys have different money than we do, but what kind of budget did you work with to make this game? You said that you had to hire actors. You guys put so much effort in it. Am I imagining 3 guys in a basement, or what kind of living situation did you go through while you were creating this?
We have an investor, né?
Yeah. When we out of the advertising the agencies in April 2015 April, we get an investor and he put some money for we work with in this game on this project because we already have the okay of green light on Steam. So we already know this is a game. We released it on a green light and on Steam and have a price for this. So we work with the security. Could call I think, and we have our own studio here in São Paulo. But like I said, it's just there's only 3 people working with this, and sometimes we have some friends and professionals working with sound, and we need to record the cemetery of the forest, and these people help us with this. But because of that, it's very difficult to. We have some problems with piracy, and we are indie, so it's very. We needed this money, this return of money to existence. Because if not,
I'm sure you guys will get it. The game is awesome. What is next for Skyjaz Games, though? What is next for you guys?
We have some projects beyond the games, but we try to focus on games, and we have another games. We already released games from iPad, from mobile, and we work on this. And we have another game. We call that
RTS style.
On
Multiplayer.
we want to release now a game, a multiplayer game, and we have a game called Dead Army. When you
Control zombies.
control zombies, your army is zombies and RTS, real-time strategy, and then you need to send the groups for attacks the army of
Humans.
policies and humans, and you can transform the humans in zombies.
So you guys are moving forward. We're going to see a lot more games from you guys.
Yes, a lot of games, and another issues we're working on. Like we want to try some kind of experience for the players, because we are players we are gamers too.
Absolutely.
We play your games every day, all the time. And so,
are you guys looking to like specialize in this genre, or are you gonna continue in this genre, survival horror, or are you looking to like really branch out to different ones?
Survival horror is.
Man, maybe. This is because this is very focused. I think the players of this kind of game is very. You have a specific players to play this. We want to do another things too. No, just only the horror or suspense and or terror games. We want to do another kind of game, third person and RTS and some maybe games of the shining sun.
Well, it's funny you bring up the first person in RTS. What made you guys go with the first person? I actually was interested in that. What made you decide to go with first person over like third person for this game?
For the Pesadelo.
Yeah.
Well, we think for the whole experience, we think this is better in a first person.
Did you try it in third person, or has it always been first person?
We've tried it in a version, but we never released this version. This is only for our testing, but this is not very good. Actually, in the first time, we have some difficulty for the 3D and the character. Is more
3D animation.
Animations. We don't have motion captures. Our animation is made bone by bone. It's very a lot of work on this thing. So, and we think for the acclimatizing of the game in the first person, you are in the game. You are
Right.
Alex.
Right.
We think this is better for this kind of game, but we don't have the limitation in other games. We always
Gotcha.
try and send another kind of.
So
player.
how are you liking Steam now that you got your game on Steam? How's your opinions on Steam moving forward?
We are very happy to be on Steam, but Steam is very biggest shop in it. You saw the Tomb of Pesadelo, little Tomb of Pesadelo, and besides Street Fighter. This is glad for us. So, Jesus, I'm on, but this is very. How can I say it? It's very hard to the players made a choice. So Pesadelo, Jesus, a game from Brazil. But we have a great return and it's very. We are very happy with the green light and with the okay of the green light and to be in this platform Steam. It's very cool, very good.
Yeah, I think like I said, the game is phenomenal. I like it. It's very frightening. I'm happy that you put it on the Unreal Engine. That made it very smooth. I know the frame rates were awesome. And I guess my other question would be, do you plan to have any more installments to this series? Or is this like maybe way down the road? Are we going to see another one since this is the sequel?
Well, the Pesadelo, the regression, they have no end. When you get the end of the campaign, you will see Jesus to be continued.
I see.
So,
okay, so we're going to see more.
we had a story to continue the game, but not for now. We need to do. We have another plans, and we need to do another games. I think, and let the Pesadelo regression leaves one more time. Then I think we do the Pesadelo third version.
And another thing, I was looking on your company. You guys had a mobile game. Did you work on that as well? I think it was Commander.
Yes.
Was that like a game prior to that? How was that game?
Commander is like a simulator game, like SimCity, but he's focused on the commerce, stores, and you need to admin the stores, and the people have needs and. Maybe, but you can do some advertising, and he changed the mind. So I want to have a breakfast, but no, I want to buy a T-shirt, and the city is bigger, and this is very cool game in a simulator game, and maybe we think to put this game on another platforms like the Steam, for example.
Right.
The players ask to us this.
Yeah, it seems like a fun game. It's just an interesting take because you go from
Yeah.
Commanager to Pesadelo, which is like such a big switch from like a
Yes.
simulation straight to a super hardcore survival horror game, which was pretty cool. So I didn't know if you guys had a lot of fun making Commanager from that big switch.
We know we have some limitations with this game. So if we put this in another platforms, we need to work and again on some features and on the HUD and EA of the players is and the hang like a whole game. We work it another game actually. I think if you want to release this now.
Gotcha. And so moving forward, I guess that's great. Your company is phenomenal. I like your games. And what games are you currently playing right now? What games are you playing right now besides Pesadelo? What games are you playing?
We are playing now.
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Yeah, well, Jesus. In the development of the Pesadelo, we play a lot of the Destiny, but we don't
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4. Battlefield we play until today. I think every day we play at least one or two Battlefield, but we try another games. PC, for example, on Steam, you construct another of mechanicals and we well, what more? Rayman, I don't know. I play a lot of FIFA soccer because I'm a Brazilian guy and I like football.
Yeah.
I think we played this too for now.
Go ahead, Caleb.
Fred wanted to know earlier in the chat what you guys think of the Brazil team in the new FIFA. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
What? I don't think, we had a little broken on a video, but in a FIFA we don't have the teams from Brazil, and this is I read a lot of articles about this a problem with the contracts of the players from Brazil. I'm very sad because I'm a supporter of Santos, the Neymars and Pelé teams. We don't have the Santos and any team on a FIFA, but I'm by the Pro Evolution Soccer. The PES, and the PES we had these teams, but I don't know. In 2016 they had the Brazilian teams. I don't know. I don't play. I'm just stuck on the FIFA 2015.
So, real quick, I know it's off topic. You said you played Destiny. Which characters do you guys play? I love the Titan personally.
Titan.
I am Titan too.
Jeff is the hunter. I'm the warlock.
Nice.
I like warlock. I like the melee attack of warlocks in the Destiny because I like to play the PvP, the Kreese all, and like the taps and players.
So you guys like doing the trials of Osiris? So
Yes, very Jesus. Trials of Osiris. I'm just win the 3 on the sequence, and I didn't have the loot, the loots of the Osiris. It's very difficult.
Yes. So. And is there anything you would like the audience to know about your game that we haven't discussed? Something that you want to reach out to them and give them a little insight about your game?
Well, we like to thank the people who are watching now us and helping us with the downloads and sharing and the feedback the players give us to. We're always looking for to fix the bugs and we add some barriers in the game like the functions and another paper save and this sport is very difficult. There's always working to make Pesadelo Regression better, and we're very happy and thank you for the interest in our game and in our studio. We work hard to get this.
I think the game is fantastic. Caitlin, you have anything to add to that?
I think people should buy this. I mean, it's everything we loved about our childhood gaming in the 90s. Fully voice acted, beautiful graphics, and it's $10.99. Like, buy it. If you want a good horror game this year that's low cost and fun and hard, I can't see why people wouldn't.
Well, we don't know how to thank you about this.
Yeah, no, the game is fantastic. Like I said, like she said, it's $10.99. There's really no reason not to buy it. The game is fantastic. I had a lot of fun. I jumped a few times, died a bunch, and I'm sure I'm going to die some more. And the game is Pesadelo Regression. How about you guys say it for the viewers real quick, so I don't butcher it real quick. The correct pronunciation for the game.
Pesadelo Regressão.
Regression. I can't.
Regressão.
Oh, you're doing well now.
Go ahead, Caitlin.
Before we go, it is that time again. The giveaway time.
Oh yes, the giveaway. I forgot about that.
We can't forget the giveaway time.
You have a giveaway.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random number between 1 and 100 in my head, and I'd like everybody to put their guess at what that number is in chat. And I will pick the one that is closest to my number with a little bit of help, trying to figure out which one is closest.
Okay, so everyone,
go.
Number 1 from 100.
1 from 100. Manda o número aí.
Mm-hmm.
De 1 a 100.
Just to be clear, we are giving away this game.
We are giving away the game.
They need to say something.
81.
They're there. They're a little bit shy. A little bit. Give us 1 second. While we're waiting for someone to pick the numbers, I do have to ask.
87.
There's 47. We got one number. That may be the closest since there's no other numbers. People are a little shy. They're scared of your game.
They should be. It's scary.
It is a scary game. And I guess we'll just go with there's 93.
Oh, Fred, you lose.
So
all right.
I guess it's
going
going
once, going twice.
Wait, there's 66.
One more 6.
I take it. What was the? I guess that we're gonna go ahead and end it there. I guess. What's the?
The answer is 42, as many nerds know. So Light Masa wins the key. Yay, Light Masa, you win.
Why Light Masa?
All right. Well, congratulations, Light Masa, on winning the game that we're talking about, Pesadelo. Again, from everyone watching on Twitch, thank you for joining us today. Jasil and Stefano, thank you for coming on the show today. Thank you for talking about the game. It was great having you here. We're going to look forward to seeing more of you guys. I can't wait to see more games from you guys. And this is Overpowered Noobs. Guys, check us out at OPNoobs.com. And thank you for joining us today, and we'll be seeing you soon. So thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay on the Skype call.